A simple dependency can undermine your life dangerously. Excess, in any form, proves harmful. It is therefore essential to moderate your dependencies. Philosophy emerges as the path to a balanced life, including the sexual sphere. Persist until the end, without succumbing to weakness. The Stoics, such as Zeno of Citium, the founder of the Stoic school, and Seneca, one of the most important Roman Stoic thinkers, viewed sex as a natural component of human existence. However, they advocated for a moderate and virtuous approach, as they believed that an excess of sexual desires could unbalance the mind and divert the individual from the path of wisdom and virtue. The fundamental Stoic virtue, known as sophrosin, self-control, represented a central pillar of their philosophy, and the control of sexual impulses was considered an integral part of this virtue. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-discipline and moderation in every aspect of life, including the sexual realm. For them, the uncontrolled pursuit of sensual pleasure was considered irrational and contrary to virtue, as it hindered spiritual and ethical progress. Furthermore, the Stoics advocated that sexual relationships should be based on values such as fidelity and honesty. In his moral letters, Seneca advised avoiding promiscuous relationships and cultivating meaningful and lasting connections. It was believed that such relationships fostered emotional stability and contributed to the development of virtue. However, it is important to note that Stoic opinions on sex were not uniform among all philosophers of the school. Some, like the Roman Stoic Epictetus, placed less importance on renouncing sensual pleasures as long as they were pursued with moderation and in accordance with reason. Each Stoic philosopher had the ability to interpret and apply general principles with slight variations. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-discipline, warning against excesses that could cloud reason and divert individuals from the path of virtue. One of the problems identified by the Stoics was related to excessive desire, considered harmful to psychological and spiritual well-being. The pursuit of excessive sensual pleasure was seen as a form of attachment to passions, capable of making it difficult to achieve ataraxia, a state of inner tranquility desired by the Stoics. It was believed that giving in to sexual impulses without moderation could generate emotional disturbances and distract individuals from the desired balance. Another challenge identified by the Stoics was the potential interference of sex in interpersonal relationships and the development of virtue. They advised cultivating relationships based on honesty, fidelity, and mutual respect. Promiscuity has been considered an obstacle to the formation of solid and lasting bonds, which play a crucial role in the ethical and spiritual development of the individual. The Stoics also warned against the risks of emotional dependence associated with excessive sexual desires. They believed that the incessant pursuit of sensual gratification could lead to a kind of slavery to ephemeral pleasures, thereby compromising inner freedom and individual autonomy. It is interesting to note that, despite awareness of the challenges related to sex, the Stoics recognized the naturalness of sexual impulse. They did not seek total renunciation, but rather an ethical orientation of such desires, aiming to integrate them harmoniously into the pursuit of virtue and wisdom. Stoicism offers a unique approach to issues related to sex, focusing on virtue, self-control, and the pursuit of inner tranquility, emphasizing the importance of an ethical and balanced approach to the sexual sphere. The Stoics provide a timeless guidance for facing challenges related to this crucial dimension of human experience. The decision to abstain from sex, from the Stoic perspective, is not a random renunciation, but a conscious choice aimed at directing physical and emotional energy towards higher aspects of existence. The principle of self-control is central to the practice of abstaining from sex, according to Stoicism. The Stoics argued that individuals should exercise control over their desires and impulses, avoiding being dominated by passions that could cloud reason or hinder the path to virtue. Abstaining from sex in this context was a clear manifestation of such self-control, a conscious choice not to succumb to sensory impulses and not to become slaves to appetites. Furthermore, abstinence from sex in Stoicism is related to the pursuit of ataraxia, a state of inner tranquility. The Stoics argued that satisfying sexual desires often led to emotional disturbances and an incessant cycle of seeking ephemeral pleasures. Abstaining from sex, therefore, served as a means to achieve a state of equanimity, minimizing emotional disturbances associated with sexual relationships. Another crucial aspect of the decision to abstain from sex, according to Stoicism, is linked to the emphasis on emotional independence. The Stoics warned against the dangers of emotional dependence, considering sexual abstinence as a choice that allowed the individual to preserve their autonomy, avoiding being subjected to relationships dominated by physical desire. The decision not to engage in sexual activity, in the Stoic context, also aligns with the belief in the importance of cultivating relationships based on friendship, respect, and virtue, rather than being primarily guided by sexual impulse. The Stoics promoted deep and meaningful interpersonal relationships, where virtue and rationality played a central role. For the Stoics, the choice to avoid sexual acts is not a random renunciation, but a decision based on ethical principles such as virtue, self-control, and the pursuit of inner tranquility. Abstaining from sex, from the Stoic perspective, becomes a conscious expression of prioritizing higher aspects of existence, directing energy toward the pursuit of wisdom and virtue. Now you are the protagonist of your life. Don't allow yourself to become just a spectator. Leave a comment below this video explaining why you identify as a Stoic, and see who will engage with you. To stay updated on every form of wisdom I can share with you, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.